When I was at Calvin College, some of my friends gave me some anti-Catholic literature to read, and one of them was a very funny book by a Renaissance short storyteller, Boccaccio. It was called The Decameron. And it was stories about clerical corruption. He was Italian, and the Italians are close enough to the church that they see a lot of the dirt that we don't. I mean, ride in any taxi in Rome and they'll tell you the latest scandal. This was during the Borgia papacy. The Borgia family basically was like the mafia. They controlled the papacy. And the Pope at the time was, I'm not sure if it was Alexander the 22nd or John the 22nd, one of these scandalous popes who had a public mistress and about 13 bastard children and was filthy rich. But he never changed the doctrine. He never said, okay, popes can do this now. He was a hypocrite. He didn't practice what he preached, thank God. That means he didn't preach what he practiced. Anyway, during this time, there is a pious bishop of Paris who has a Jewish friend, Abraham, who's an intelligent businessman, and they have theological discussions. And the bishop thinks that Abraham is on the verge of conversion. And one day, Abraham comes to him and says, wish me good speed, Bishop. I'm on my way to Rome. I got to do business with the Vatican Bank and live with the papal family for a couple of months. I'll see you in the spring. And the bishop says, look, why don't you get baptized before you go down there? The air isn't very clear down there. And Abraham said, look, I'm a practical Jewish businessman. One of my rules is first business, then pleasure. So I got to do my business there. If I come back and I get baptized, that'll be my pleasure. Goodbye. The bishop said, I've lost him. He'll see what goes on down there. He'll never become a Catholic. Comes back in a couple of months. Oh, you went to Rome? Yep. You lived with the papal family? Yep. You did business with the Vatican Bank? Yep. Oh, I guess you're not interested in baptism. Oh, yes, I am. I'm convinced. What? You saw what goes on now, there, and now you're convinced? I don't get it. Abraham says, look, I don't know that much about theology, but I know a lot about business. I know for sure no earthly business that stupid or corrupt could last 14 days. Yours has lasted 14 centuries. It's a miracle. I thought that was a great argument. The facts of history. What other visible human institution has kept its teaching absolutely pure, even though the teachers were far from absolutely pure? It's a miracle. It's a visible miracle. It's an in-your-face miracle. Facts of history.